Nice.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. My name is Paul. I'm design director. My background from AAA game development, and currently, right now, I'm creating immersive project for Apple Vision Pro. And in the format of Wow Experience podcast, we discuss with some interesting creators and understand some strategy path in these immersive worlds. We choose some main themes. That's the dream and the project of the dreams and how we live our lives with our projects.
It's cool. Yeah, a little bit about myself. I'm a designer for virtual reality and a prototyper. I've been researching different things for VR for past 5 years, and I'm really impressed with the technology and how and where it's going right now. So I'm looking forward to our discussion and sharing different insights from
Cool.
working with the tech.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And first of all, why do you decide creating something in this technology?
I think it's a long story, but long story short, during my undergraduate career, one of the professors shared there is a unique course you can take where it's more of a boot camp or
Yeah.
internship. There you experiment with the technology, and for I took the course, and during this full semester 9 to 5, I would be designing and learning more about virtual and virtual reality and user experience design for it.
Yeah.
Oh man, my portfolio is oof.
I can.
I need to redesign it and rework it.
Okay, I
hate
can close them. Okay. That's very interesting. And let's go further. Maybe you have your dream project in your heart.
Oh yeah, I'm doing research right now on mixed reality and spatial anchoring, and I really want to create an immersive media entertainment
Cool.
theater where the user
Nice.
where the user can the idea of it is pretty straightforward. I strip away from VR and I focus only
Okay.
on characters, on their animation and 3D props, and they would appear spatially anchored at tables, walls, ceiling,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think these are the only anchors available right now. But yeah, from there, they would act together or have a small scene played out in front of the user,
Cool.
sometimes interacting with the user, sometimes not. But the unique part to it, the research part to it, is all of the users have different apartment planning.
Yeah.
And my table says in front of me right now, but if the user is lying on their bed or sitting in their living room, they would see their table in a different place, and the character would appear in a whole new place for them. So I'm curious what the users would feel experiencing this spatial anchoring and spatial narration in 3D.
And do you have some main story you want to tell in this theater?
Not yet. I'm still exploring and doing research at the moment. I don't have much to share about it. I just I have a coined term for it, but I'm not sure if it is gonna stay along with me. And then for now, I'm just learning more about animation and how to build a workflow so that I could prototype more with animation and gather more feedback from people experiencing the pilot project.
Cool. Do you try some AI generations, AI tools for your vision?
I prototype code with AI, so anything related to WebXR.
Cool.
I ask AI to do it, but other than that,
Nice.
I don't have any AI in my pipeline yet.
Cool. Currently, right now, I'm working on interactive AI fairy tales on Apple
Oh,
Vision
nice.
Pro. Yeah, and my big vision that's create full environment, full entertainment on AI. Generate 360-degree spaces, generate AI characters, generate some storyline with fairy tale values, and creates this little immersive inside experience by AI. By
That's
AI.
cool.
Yeah, and when I think about your project and vision and some scenario for this theater, I will think about it can be cool, create some AI characters in this theater and make some interactions by this interaction of some interesting situation environment, interesting characters, and they act themselves as characters.
Yeah, definitely. Going into AI would be is something I would like to discover more, as there are like voice inputs that we can do, which could be triggers to the AI and to the 3D models to do different acting. So there
Yeah,
is like this, there is another layer of subtle interaction between the user and the characters, the 3D CGI characters. But I'm mindful of scope, and I just want to make sure I have the pilot project uh, started, and then we will see how it goes.
and
So
tell
yeah.
me your strategy. How do you see your life as a designer, expert, and you have your own dream project? How you connect all of this to build your own product? That's your strategy. I understand you correct. You want to create some your product, launch them, and make that
Profitable,
successful,
make it.
profitable. Tell us a little bit about
I,
it.
it's just an idea. There isn't much to it. It's more of a research initiative that I'm taking. But I think I realized recently, first of all, that building using Unity or Unreal Engine is cool, but it's very limiting. And I started to build for WebXR. And WebXR is, I think, is a new frontier for VR or for
Cool.
mixed reality, which I highly encourage people to explore more. The second thing is, for a long time, production of immersive content is very time consuming, and a lot of resources are going into it compared to mixed reality, where there isn't much 3D modeling you need to do. There are ways to cut some slack and to focus on the core, on the acting of the character, let's say, and on some props that surround the user. So that is also interesting to investigate more and to see where the time could be cut and where there is more opportunity to it. Also, I'm a big fan of Gaussian splats, and Gaussian splats are growing rapidly.
Yeah.
And I saw a paper in the end of last year where you could do like animated Gaussian splats.
Wow.
So there is action to it. Well, now we're in a whole new game where you can just ask people to move around, record a voiceover, and then you have a 3D movie, like actual 3D movie. This is like, it's crazy. It's awesome. I want to see more of this.
Yeah.
So that's what I have in my mind right now, and I want to experiment with it more and like get the gist of the technology and build a pipeline. I don't have a pipeline right now. All of it is more on the paper, hoping it's gonna work, but there is no guarantee it will.
Yeah, and tell me about your business strategy. You have some business. How do you make income to create this project?
I work hard freelancing,
Yeah.
and I save up on my own dreams.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, like nowadays you don't need much money to build a project. You just need
Yeah.
a headset, AI, and like AI
Yeah.
became basically free with DeepSeek. You can run it locally, it's fine.
Cool.
But like, I guess even hosting the website where the experience will be on, it's free. So
Yeah.
most of it is just time. Time is the biggest like resource that
Mm.
needs to be allocated to build this project.
Cool. And that's your strategy: build and work as an expert on freelancing, made some income, create your products, launch them successfully, and
Hopefully.
yeah, that's interesting. I think first of all, by creating. If you doing in your life what you love, I think that's the winner situation. If it start successful, it's fun enough, why not? Thank you. But if you understand you live your life and happy and create some project you love, amazing. Why not? Cool. Okay.
How about you? You're working on a narrative-driven story too. What's your what's your strategy for this?
My strategy, preparing right now prototype these interactive fairy tales in Apple Vision Pro, show this possibility create some unique new IP by user-generated content, and my strategy have a partnership with Disney XR Accelerator. Yeah,
That's
they
cool.
have. Yes, and my big dream as a design director, as a design of experience, that's create the great experience, that's influence on on us.
I see.
Yeah,
Makes sense. What examples do you have of applying Disney or like Pixar stories to XR? Like what's the new frontier in your opinion for them?
For them, I want show this possibility generate new worlds by users and generate this immersive storytelling. I think the next frontier that's expand all this fairy tale mythology reality in our reality. And in next step, I think in Big Vision, people will look at all our reality by glasses, and so they will see some reality with some storytelling. And I think that's the Big Vision strategy for growth of humanity, because in this situation we can produce some new mythology, how humanity see their reality, how they combine the storytelling, because you can control how do you see the reality. You can generate different lenses and see in different perspectives.
And I see. Oh. That's cool.
Yeah, and right now, after 12 years of VR AR project for biggest museums and some startups from Palo Alto, I am totally focused on Apple Vision Pro, because that's the little niche right now, and I can be the greatest on this field, find the greatest people, combine together and create something wow together. And in this first stage, we can create some influence on industry. Yeah.
That's again great to hear. Awesome. Awesome news.
Yeah, and one of this part of this strategy, that's educate and showcase the interesting cases of industry. And can you share a little bit? Right now, I'm working on material for British High School of Art and Design, and I want to tell them you can create your dream project. You can live your dream life based on you have some dream project, you have some expertise in creating, and you can create something in immersive storytelling. Can you tell more about your experience in your projects like synesthesia VR or other? How do you
Experience about like what overall or
about
process or like what I learned?
Yeah. First of all, I think interesting. How do you find a project like this? How do you finding the this first of all? How do you attract these clients? Second one, your role on this project.
I see. Well, this project is more of a research-based during school project, where the idea was to use Oculus Go, which is like old headset, and to understand what is possible within the hardware and software that was offered, and then just to experiment, bouncing different ideas of what you can build in a headset. And like thankfully, because of having a great team together through brainstorming, the team initiated the idea of building synesthesia.
Yeah.
So like we based it off Vasily Kandinsky, who is a Russian abstract artist, and who had synesthesia and who wrote 2 books about synesthesia. So from there, reading these books and getting inspiration and like combining it with Bauhaus, because he taught at Bauhaus, like giving it a modern look. The team built the experience, and then through a lot of hypothesis testing, through a lot of tears and production obstacles, we managed to build and showcase the project publicly. And then because of the project being so interesting and unique in its own way, we were published in articles in North America, and we had a wide coverage of this project here in Vancouver, Canada.
Nice.
Cool. It was fun.
I think that's a very cool example of some art and combination of technology. For me, most interesting in these all stories, that's design of experience. And I think that's the most human things we have, create some experience. And by designing that, we can create some feelings of life. I think
I agree. That's interesting because in synesthesia, we had like different types of interactions for the user, but the core were, for example, when you stepped into the experience, you'd immediately be drawn by different colorful furniture or colorful items around you, and then whenever you would gaze at an object that has color, you could hear sound that is relative to that color, and then you would see a filter for like a split second in front of you on the eyes. So we tried, like the team spent a lot of time researching and trying to consolidate what is the core user interaction when interacting with the object, and like hearing and seeing the sound. That was the most complicated part of it. And then another interesting insight is that when you see a painting inside the experience, if you go close to the painting, you can hear individual parts of its shapes. So like circle would play a different sound, square would be a different sound, etc. But if you step away further from it, you would hear the whole composition played. It could be Schoenberg, it could be, I don't know, any other classical music artists. And that was also in a way groundbreaking for the user to actually step into the shoes of a synesthete and experience a day in life while being in a studio, in a creative studio.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting.
And do you think do you have some ideas adapting this project, for example, for Apple Vision Pro?
I'm thinking about it on the back of my mind. What I want to do ideally is to take either Apple Vision Pro or Oculus Quest and pass-through cameras, identify the colors of the paintings and in the museum, and then have users walk around the museum and hear the symphonies, hear color.
Interesting.
That's what I would love to explore as like my, I don't know, one of the projects that I would work on for sure.
And how do you manage your strategy with projects? You have some plan for a year or maybe a month?
It's always random. It's always random. I never plan. I think EMAT, the Immersive Media Entertainment Theater, is probably the only one that is like fully planned this year. The rest is just like, okay, let's build some crazy stuff. Oh, that's the Structure Color Gallery.
Yeah.
It's a 3D website. I did with a gallery in New York, and they wanted to like do archival 3D experience of their exhibit, which was fun.
Cool.
But yeah.
Cool. And tell a little bit about your work as a freelancing. Do you think you're a successful freelancer?
I don't think so. I think freelancing is a pain, and like it's a gamble. It's a gamble you take where it doesn't lead anywhere. And for me, freelancing is always so out of place, out of my research interests or like my skills. So I cannot continually grow, which sucks. But I do freelance to earn money like all of us. But I don't prefer freelance over a full-time job.
Maybe you try some combination where project you making for your clients, they find some collaboration and create not just for money, but for understanding, okay, I can create this product and that's my product also. If that product will success, I will be successful too. I think that's one of good strategy. For example, part of my work that's collaboration with my partners. That's some sort of partnership with clients. We create some Apple Vision Pro products, AI products, and all believe for creating them interesting and successful.
I see.
Yeah,
makes sense. I guess like my highlight till this date in terms of career or like job related was working at Nanom Incorporated, and they're the company that visualizes molecular structures using virtual and mixed reality, and they like work with big pharma. And they help scientists, like actual people, doing crazy research on drugs and like many things. They help them work with molecular structures on the like almost atomic level, and seeing this software and understanding the impact it does on humanity. It's just blew
amazing.
me away.
It's just very cool. Wow.
Yeah, that to me was something that combines both doing something for good and creating for virtual reality. Yeah,
amazing. Amazing.
It was fun.
I think that's very cool. Maybe you have some advice for new strategies for British University, for British School of Art and Design participants. What kind of principles they need to be successful as an expert on the market?
In virtual reality and mixed reality?
Yeah. For finding their clients, understanding their value, understanding some industry.
I don't have much advice on it, to be fair. Like today, the market and everything that is happening is like a Wild West. Everyone runs around and tries to get anything out of it. So the more you're in that Wild West mood, the better the outcome would be. But like if we're speaking of people who want to become a VR or XR designer or like a developer, I have like a couple of notes that I could drop by. One of them is like experience a new headset or a new software firsthand. Never rely on someone's opinion, because feeling the device on your head or like seeing how the interactions are being taken care through, that would give you much more power when designing and thinking of what you can build or what you can create within the headset or like within the ecosystem. Another one is envision, draw, design. I like the 3 action words, which will enable one to produce projects and exchange ideas with other doers and creators. In a way, don't let yourself always build. Do a little bit of daydreaming. Just go outside and think, I might see a King Kong outside of my apartment building on a stadium and like do push-ups with them. I don't know, something crazy, something that would inspire you to work on the idea. And then last but not least, I think is what you see is what you make. Follow cool people online or read great books about art or anything else, like watch good movies, develop a good taste in what you perceive and what you do.
Cool. Inspiring topics about your inspirations. Tell a little bit what's your inspiring people, projects, or what?
Sure. I'll start with people, and like I'm really inspired by Daniel Beauchamp. You probably know of him. He does he stretches the perception of XR interactions back and forth, and like he finds these happy happenings which occur with the user, and like I don't know, his hands have like more hands on the fingers. It's so hallucinating and fun, and like that to me partially is what VR is about.
Cool.
Then another one is like Oleg Frolov. He's a big inspiration for me too. He does spatial design and user interface. And like it's mesmerizing to see and learn how he perceives the technology and like how he interacts with it. It's fun.
Masterize.
For sure.
Yeah. That's cool. I agree.
Another thing, I would recommend people to try out a Kayak VR Mirage, which is like where you do kayaking. But before you do that, you take an extendable stick from the mob, and then you stick controllers to the end of it, and then you go sailing. Boy, mate, it's amazing. It's great. It's the best experience you'll ever get. Like, highly recommend. Immersion goes nuts.
Nice.
Another one, like Half-Life Alyx is for sure the best one. by far in this decade in
Cool.
terms of VR storytelling. But yeah, other than that, just browse internet and go outside as well to
Make a
see,
research.
make research too.
Nice. And what's your top 3 insights? Some key lessons do you have on this moment?
From this moment, I don't know. I think build, just go in there, don't, and start experimenting and building new stuff, because you never know where it will lead you to. And by building something and exchanging ideas with others, you're growing a community around yourself,
Yeah.
which I think is very, very important today, to have a community that inspires you and motivates you to build things, to create.
I think that's very important. And what insights do you have about community? How do you want, for example, create some community? Do you have some ideas?
Not at the moment. I have some community, not some, but like I have community in Vancouver, Canada, that does a lot of VR and like mixed reality. So I think partially I'm lucky because of the location where I'm at. But I know that not so many people have that community in their city. And I'd highly encourage other people to organize events or to attend different events. And don't be afraid to say, like, I am a virtual reality designer or developer, or like, I am a big fan of VR. Because usually you would see like one or maybe two people among 500 who'd be doing VR. And that already, like, many people will remember you, because to this date, it's unique to build for virtual reality.
I think that's inspiring when community growth based on your product. You create some interesting products, some tools, and other people interact with them. They love them, and they connect with each other around your product. For example, in storytelling about fairy tales and mythology, I want to create a space where people recreate new mythology for new reality. And I want to give this tool for the people. And when I think about your product of Dream, and I think that's interesting to give opportunity to community generate their little thread storytelling. And I think that's one of example of inspiring connection.
True. I'd say if there is a tool that people can easily prototype with, like Shape6R, but like a little bit more about like narrative driven, that would be cool. Because then creating a mythological story or like shooting a short movie would be way faster, and people could prototype and learn from it faster than opening Unity, opening Unreal, or even talking to ChatGPT or any other AI tool for a long time. It's you cannot move that fast without a good prototyping tool.
Nice. And maybe you can tell about your personal philosophy. Do you have your personal philosophy of activity, of living?
Not necessarily. I think my personal I don't know. It's a tough question. I think my personal philosophy revolves around trying to find balance between things in life. So like, don't go too much into sitting at home and building, and get out, stretch, or like I like to swim a lot, so that's
cool.
That's a good change of scene. And then exchange ideas with friends, family, do sports, read. I'd say mostly trying to balance everything everywhere all at once, and having nice happy moments from things we see or things that fail, and like learn from it.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Let's a little bit speak about product pipelines. How do you
Sure.
usually work with your teams, your clients? How it look?
Usually the work starts with prototyping. So like I would sketch out different ideas either directly in Figma or on paper or in Shapes XR. And then through different calls, we would arrive at a more at a solution that would work for the team.
Yeah,
And then from there, it's either I would collaborate with a developer who would build this, or I would do it myself using AI and just start prototyping crazy and testing ideas.
cool. About media, do you think about creating some blog content about your product?
I want to, but for now, I have a lot of ideas and I'm a little bit overwhelmed by them. So I'm trying to focus on something, on one or two things and push them. But yeah, creating media and being like public on media is awesome. We could see a good example of this, like a great example, is Dilmar Delicios, who posted on
Yeah,
YouTube and like LinkedIn for a long time. He would do tutorials on XR and like VR, and then now he works at Meta as an advocate.
yeah.
So that's like wow, that's a
Yeah.
crazy career growth, which I'm very inspired by. It's like man, you like nailed it awesome. I want to do that too one day.
Cool.
So yeah.
And for finalize, let's find out this growth strategy and mark some goals for next 100 days. What
Oh
do you
man.
have?
100 days. I think, okay, January I've spent doing like learning 3D animation. So
Yeah.
now, February, I'm practicing the skill of animation. And
Yeah.
then March is going to be building the pilot project and seeing how it will work in the
Cool.
actual space. Seeing a lot of bugs and like probably laughing my ass off, but it will be fun. Yeah.
Sounds amazing. Do you try something with AI animation?
No, not yet. Haven't looked into it. If you have anything to recommend. Oh, by the way, people who
Yeah.
do animation and like don't want to do 2D animation and want to join the cool kids, I highly advise you to email me. We'll probably leave an email under this pod. But yeah, reach out if you have a small animation you want to work with in VR or XR. I would love to use it for the pilot project.
Cool. Thank you. I think that's all.